Hey, what's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be playing Street Masters. I already have everything set up, so that way I'm not going to spend too much time with setup and going over a lot of rules explanations, or at least like the flow of the game. You'll just see as I play. And there's plenty of other videos if you want to get more detailed into rules. But today I'm going with Clint, and he is going versus the Kingdom with Kimono as the boss. And in this game, I randomly drew an ally and a rival for each. So my ally is Long. He's the leader of the Golden Dragons gang, but he decided to help me out. And the rival I chose for Kimono is Shadow, who's also part of the kingdom. So he's going to be... So Kimono starts with Shadow with them, and Clint, I'll be here starting with Along. I chose the supply and demand stage. For those of you already wondering, these crates, I just got them from Etsy. I think it was like $2 for a 4-pack. So since there's 5 crate spots, I had to get 2 packs. So from someone else, I just got the idea of just gluing them together for more of a 3D look, just to add to the game. And alright, well, I've already set up, so I'm just gonna jump into it and start playing. So first things first, we draw a threat card, or an enemy card for the threat phase. And we have a power soldier, the red. Let's grab that guy. So this stage only has 2 enemy entrances, one down here, one up here. So the closest one towards me is here. He gets a kick and a grapple token. And it'll be my turn. So let's see what my options are. And with the allies and rivals, allies are pretty easy to use. They all just have an exhaust that with any exhaust you can use at any time. Most of the time will probably be during your turn, just to be advantage. Alright, let's see here. This one's good at hitting multiple people. Hip toss. It's just a good regular attack. Alright, so because I'm filming, I don't want to spend all day with just dead air. I'll just kind of try to make a move and keep moving along. So first, I'm just going to move my guy 1, 2, 3 to get this crate. So that'll give me a loot token. And I got some cash. At any time, you may discard this card to exhaust a minion within 4 spaces of you. Well, the only bad thing is the only minion out right now cannot be exhausted. So the cash isn't going to do anything at the moment. So instead of for my action step, I'm going to do a sprint move, which is to move 3 more spaces. So I'll go 1, 2, 3. And I probably should have mulliganed just to try to get a tactic card in my hand, but I didn't. So, alright. I'll play Laying Down the Law ability. It says, deal 1 direct damage to up to 6 different enemies within 4 spaces of you. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 is just Kimono. He starts out with 6 punch defense because he has his 6 arms. Pretty big figure there. But at least I already did 1 damage to him, and he has a total of 25 damage I need to do. Yeah, and Shadow is one space too far, so that's this card gone. I'm going to exhaust all along, so his ability is he attacks, then he moves up to 3 spaces, and he may attack a different enemy. So I'll just turn him slightly. So there's no one for him to attack. I mainly just want to move him into these cover spaces because this stage has a lot of drive-bys, and if you're not in cover, you'll get shot up and start taking damage. And it happens to all figures, not just the fighters. So I'm really just trying to move him 3 spots to just go into position. So I'll go 1, 2, 3. So that way we're both in cover just in case certain cards come out. And that's going to be my turn because I moved, I sprinted again, and then I laid down a card, and that's it. So now the react phase, pinned down, says if you're not in a cover space, this card deals you 1 direct damage. If you are in a cover space, gain 1 random defense token, which I am. So I'm going to roll 1 defense token, and I get a kick, which is my first defense token. Along already started with some. Everyone but me. Shadow. Shadow attacks each fighter within 6 spaces of him, then moves into a space adjacent to the farthest fighter that was attacked. Then Shadow gains 1 defense token for each fighter that was attacked during this activation. So, let's see. He attacks each fighter within 6 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Along, since he's my rival, he is considered a fighter because he's helping me out. So he is going to get hit by this. So Along rolls 3, and this attack's going to hit both of us. So 3 punches. I don't have any punch defense. So I'm already at 3 damage out of my 17 health. Along has no punch defense, so he's taking 3 damage as well. Not the greatest start. This is what happens when I don't read every card before I make all my moves. If I had seen how he worked, then I probably wouldn't have set myself up like that. But anyways, so then he gains... then moves into a space adjacent to the farthest fighter that was attacked. So we're both 5 spaces away. So now I just get the choice of where I want to move him. And I think I'll just move him next to Along so that way he can attack him right away. And then I'll help out as well. So now the Power Soldier goes. To activate, he advances 4 spaces towards the nearest fighter. 1, 2, 3, 4. See if Along can survive this. Then, if unengaged... he's going to attack. So he rolls 3 dice to Along. 1 of each. So he can block 2 of these. And then he'll take a 4th damage. If he was unengaged, he would give out defense tokens, but he's not. So that's the end of the react phase. So to end the fighter turn, I draw a card. Got another attack. Flip over my turn card because now it's going to be the enemy turn and then the stage turn. So the enemy, Kimono, to activate him, he gains 2 random defense tokens. Got a kick and a kick. Advances 3 spaces towards the nearest fighter and attacks each fighter within 2 spaces of him. So if he goes here, he can actually hit both of us. This might be a pretty short video, but it can you can see how if you're not planning properly, this game can kick your butt. So he is going to hit both of us because he has all these crazy arms with 5 attack dice. The game comes with 4, so this is where if you're trying to get a utility pack, then you can have the 5th one, so you don't have to re-roll one, but it's not that big of a deal because there's no exploding dice, so you don't have to remember what you did. So these 5 are doing damage to both of us. Let's see. Grapple, grapple, punch, kick. So myself, I can block 1. And I'm taking 3 other damage, so turn those in to get that. So he can block 1. And he's taking 3 more damage. So now he's at 7 out of 8. And then he still has to do 1 more damage, but neither of us have any defense tokens, so that's an automatic hit. I'm at 7. He's at 8. And I really messed up with the ally this game because now Along has just been destroyed in 1 turn. So I'll take him out, take out his character, and now it's just me. All right. What a first round. I already lost my ally because of poor planning. So now, oh, I'm not even done with the kimono turn. So now he has mutant prowess. Activate if kimono is engaged. Each fighter engaged with kimono discards. Oh. I messed up because he's supposed to advance 3 spaces towards the nearest fighter. So really, he would have just been on me. And actually, he would have still done all that damage because he's still 2 away. Okay, but it does change this one because he is engaged. I have to discard 1 power from this card, and kimono deals that fighter 1 punch damage. Otherwise, discard each power on this card, and kimono gains 1 punch defense for each power on this card. So right now, there's no power on that card, so nothing's going to happen. I still lost all along. I still take all the damage I took, but kimono is just right on me now. Awesome. All right, stage turn. For the first card, activate each enemy carrying an objective, which right now we just have a yellow objective, which represents contraband. If anyone had it, they'd move towards the nearest entry space, so either that one or this one. But we skip that. Distribution network. If there's ever 5 power tokens on this card, the fighters lose, and they get those from getting rid of the contraband. For each inactive object, choose the nearest enemy or the enemy nearest it, not carrying an objective. Move the chosen enemy 3 spaces towards that objective, then exhaust that minion. So, the nearest enemy is going to be kimono. So he moves 1, 2, 3, which means he picks that up. If it was a minion, they would have been exhausted. But kimono's a boss. He can handle a little contraband. So if I do any amount of damage to him and he can't discard a defense token, he would drop it. And if he gets 1 space adjacent to the entry space, he'll turn it in. and put a power on the distribution network. All right. And now I draw a card from the stage. So we have a second contraband, the red, right there. And that was one round. You can see what happens when you don't plan well, once again. Oof. Alright, so first thing, beginning of my fighter turn, draw from the enemy deck. We have a marionette doll. The red one. Here she is. This one up here looks to be the closest one. I'm playing one player, really one character, but it's just going to be one punch defense that she starts with. And now I need to decide what to do. I'm going to see if I can take out Shadow here because he messed up my buddy. So first I'm going to move. Then, for my action, I'm going to do Cool Hand. It says attack 2. This attack may target an enemy up to 3 spaces away and deals general damage, which means that he can block with anything. So I'd have to do more than 4 damage to actually damage him. Then you may place a token of your choice on 2 of your tactic cards you control, which currently I don't control any. So first, my 2 dice. Because it's general damage, I'm going to be able to pick which defense token I get. And I got 1 crit, so I get to re-roll another dice. Or another die. So I got 2 hits and 2 defense tokens. So I'm going to take 1 punch and 1 kick. And I'm going to have him discard both of his kicks because I'm going to play the card Get Back, which is a kick attack. So this one's going to attack for 2. Then you may move up to 2 spaces because I want to get back into the what are these called? Covered spaces. So that way I don't get shot up. So I'll attack with 2 dice. And because he don't have any kick, these are actually going to hit him. So I got 1 kick defense and did 1 damage to him. I didn't do as good as when they destroyed my guys. So now I get to move up to 2 spaces. So I'm just going to move back into cover. So I moved, I did my action, and then I played a card. So that's my 3 things. Now the react phase. Pinned down, I'm back in cover. So I'm going to get a random defense token. Grapple. So that's good. Now I have 1 of each. Along's going to attack each fighter within 6 spaces, which is 3 attacks. Grapple, grapple, punch. So I can block 2 of those, but I do take 1 damage. The Power Soldier advances 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And then he's going to attack with 3. So I'm hoping he rolls a lot of kicks. Alright, rolled 2 kicks, but I take 1 damage for the grapple. So now I have 5 power tokens, and that's what I need to be charged up. So I'm going to flip this card to my charge side and get rid of these. He is engaged, so I ignore the rest of his activation. And now the marionette doll. Attack. She's not adjacent to anybody. She's out here all by herself right now. This enemy gains +1 attack value if the target has no defense tokens. Then advance 3 spaces towards the nearest fighter. So 1, 2, 3. And if unengaged, deal the nearest fighter within 6 spaces of this enemy 1 direct damage. So that's going to put me from 9 to 10. I only have 7 health left. Ouch. And that's the react phase for my threat area. So now I'm going to draw a card. Another ability, know your enemy. No tactics yet. And I flip this to represent my turn is done. Now back to the enemy turn. Kimono starts the round by gaining 2 defense tokens. Punch and grapple. Then he's going to move 3 spaces back to me. 1, 2, 3. And attack me with 5. I don't have any defense tokens. So I am taking all 5 of those hits. So I have 2 health left. Then if he's engaged, that'll be the end of his turn. If he's engaged, each fighter engaged with Kimono discards 1 power from this card, and Kimono deals that fighter 1 punch damage. Well, there's no power on there, so I guess I don't get any punch damage. Yep. So far no power on his card. So we skip that for now. The stage rules. Each enemy carrying an objective moves 3 spaces towards the nearest entry space. So that's just Kimono. 1, 2, 3. So he's 1 away from dropping off the yellow objective, the contraband. And then for each inactive object, which right now is just the red one that's on the board, 1 enemy will go 3 spaces towards it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So these 2 are tied for it, so I just get to choose. I think I'll keep Shadow close to me so I can keep attacking him. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3. And now we draw a stage card. Got the purple contraband. Huh. All right. Let's see. So now back to the fighter turn. First things first, draw an enemy card. We get the Mountain General, red. Getting all these red minions out. So he starts on top up here. And he gets 2 punch defense and 1 grapple. Yeah, this is rough. Hmm. 4. So first, I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. Try to get away from some of these other guys. I want to see if I can finish off Shadow. Now, Clint's power-up ability says you may either deal 6 general damage to any enemy in play, which is cool because I can target anywhere on the board, or attack with 3 dice, targeting an enemy up to 5 spaces away and dealing direct damage. Then flip this card. So I'd like to take out Shadow, just he's a pretty powerful rival. So if I do the 6 general damage, then he can block 2 of those. So he'll take 4, and then he'll be at 5 out of 8. So then I'd have to be able to do 3 more damage to him. Or I can roll the 3 dice, and it's going to be direct damage. And hope I get a crit, or at least it'll allow me to get some defense, possibly. Let's take a chance and go with the 3 dice. So since I'm doing 3 dice, these are going to be direct damage. It's going to ignore his punch defense. So 1, 2, 3. So now he's at 4 out of 8. And then I'm going to flip this card back. So maybe that wasn't the greatest idea, but I need to see if I can do 4 damage somehow, which I don't think I am. Let me try. So I'm already in a cover space, so it doesn't matter if I stay there. I guess I'll just do hip toss. It's a grapple attack, which he doesn't have those defense. So it's just an attack of 2. So 2 hits and 1 defense, which is, since it's a grapple, I get 1 grapple defense. And now he's at 6 out of 8. All right. I still have this cash, but it's good for an enemy within 4 spaces of me, or for a minion, and the only minion 4 spaces to me is a power soldier who cannot be exhausted, so that's not gonna work. Alright, well, my turn's done. So now, start just going from left to right. Pin down, I get a random defense token. Kick. Shadow's going to attack me for 3. So I can block 1, and I take 2 damage, which is 17 out of 17. So there you go, folks. What was that? Was that even 3 rounds? Or yeah, I think. All right. Well, there you can see how quickly this game can play, especially when you're not really thinking about what you're doing and trying to make the optimum moves. You can lose this game pretty badly. I did 1 damage to Kimono. That's a success to me. He's a pretty big guy. And there you go. There's a playthrough of Street Masters, and you can see what a loss looks like. All right. Have fun, guys.